Welcome to Science Lesson 1. So we're going to be looking at the question, what are the Earth's resources? Before we get into our lesson though, we have to look at the vocabulary. So some of the important words that we will see as we are completing our lesson together. So the first word is Earth. I'm noticing that it's Earth with a capital E. So it's talking about the planet Earth, the planet that we live on and live in. Remember, proper nouns, the names, special names of people, places or things, get a capital letter. Next word is precious. Now something you might want to do at home is, if you know the meaning of the words that I call out, then you can give a thumbs up. If you don't know the meaning of that word, you can give a thumbs down, and if you've heard it before but you're not quite sure what it means, then maybe you could do thumbs on the side. So precious. Precious means anything that is valuable to people, but we also have to be very careful about how we use it and how much we use, because it's something that once we've used it up, we might not be able to get back. So something very special. Treasure. Thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs on the side. Treasure. So treasure is, again, something that's very valuable. It might be valuable to many people, or it might be something that's valuable just to one person. And what people think of as treasure can be different from person to person. Resource. Thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs on the side. A resource. A resource is something that can be used. So for example, a natural resource is something that is found in nature and can be used by people, like light, air, water. But I won't tell you any more because we've got lots to talk about during our lesson. Natural. Thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs on the side. Natural. Something that is found in nature. So it's not made by people or human beings. It's something that may grow on its own without people, or may be formed on its own without people. Plants. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs on the side. Plants. Plants are a type of living thing. You find them in your backyard, you find them all over the earth, and it can include basically anything that is growing out of the ground. Usually has roots, may have leaves, or be a type of grass. It might be called a bush sometimes. Plants. Animals. Animals, another kind of living thing, but animals are different from plants in that animals have a different, what we call a structure inside. So plants, don't have a heart and a brain as we know them, whereas animals do. Animals breathe differently from plants as well. They've both got different ways of getting what they need to survive. Something they do both need though is the sun. They both need light to survive. Air. Air is all around us. We cannot see air. It's invisible to the human eye, but air is what we breathe in and breathe out. It's not just oxygen. It's actually made up of a few different chemicals that we can't see. Wind. So the wind is when we're able to feel the air moving past us. We can have different kinds of winds, so strong winds, light winds. Sometimes we might call them breezes. Sometimes we can have really, really, really strong winds, and that can turn into other kinds of weather events. Rocks. Rocks. Rocks, well, we all know rocks from in the playground or in our backyard, but basically they're very hard. They're made up of a natural material. You can find them in very large quantities and sizes, or you can find them in small amounts and sizes. Soil. Soil. Soil is basically, another word for it is earth, but not planet Earth. But it's, you know, the brown, it's dirt. Basically, it's dirt, and it's made up of lots of different things. It can be great for growing plants in, and it can also be the home to certain animals. For example, a worm lives in the soil. Minerals. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs on the side. Minerals. So minerals are a solid substance that occur naturally. That's a little tricky to understand, I know, but basically it's something very, very important that you can get from the soil. You can get down below the level of the soil. Sometimes we might talk about minerals that we take, like in our vitamin tablets, because we do actually all need minerals as living beings, but we also use minerals for certain reasons. For example, copper. Copper is a type of metal, and we would use that to create things like copper wires that might go inside your electrical cables. And finally, sun, and we're talking about the planet. I know that because there's a capital S there, the proper name, the proper noun. So the sun is a giant star, and it is at the center of our solar system. It's right in the middle of our solar system, and we're a part of the solar system. We humans and other living things, including plants and animals, need the sun to survive. If we didn't have light from the sun, then there would be no life on Earth. So it's a pretty special relationship that we have with the sun. Let's move on. Alright, we are going to watch the video called Earth's Treasures. So as you're watching that video, have a think about the different kinds of treasures that Earth has to offer. Think about whether those treasures are the types of treasures that you would call treasure, or whether the things that are mentioned are things that you didn't think would be treasure. Also to listen to how they define treasure, so what treasure can mean. So there's a few things to listen for, but basically just remember, listen for what treasure means. Have a look at the treasures that are shown to you. Are they the treasures that you would have thought about? Let's have a look at our video.
Our home is a tiny dot in space, a rock going around a star. Can you spot us yet? There we are, a blue jewel floating in a sea of black. Our home, planet Earth. Did you know that we're the only planet in our solar system where life exists? From microscopic bacteria to the giant blue whale, we all share this special, precious planet. Why is Earth so precious? Imagine if you could unlock the Earth just like a treasure chest. What special things could you find? You might discover minerals like gold and diamonds. But are these Earth's most important treasures? Do we really need diamonds to survive? Let's look again. Uh-oh, it's dark. Something's bubbling up. Deep inside the Earth we find oil, coal, and gas. These are made from the fossils of ancient animals and plants. Phew, they're a bit stinky. I wonder why we dig down to get these. Do we need them to survive? What else is in there? What's that noise? Rocks. They might not seem like treasure, but rocks crumble and turn into soil in our fields, sand on our beaches. Good soil then helps plants and trees to grow. Look at these beauties. Green grass, flowers, vegetables, and even fruit trees. Are these important treasures? What else comes from the earth? Shh. Can you hear something? Bees, birds, fish, farm animals, you. All living creatures are a natural treasure. What other precious things does the earth give us? Of course, water. It is everywhere. Inside the earth, in the oceans, rivers, glaciers, and even up in the clouds. Humans cannot make water. The water we have on Earth is all the water we will ever have. But is it our last treasure? There's something left. Can you guess what it is? You can't see it, but you can sometimes feel it. It's all around us. Take a deep breath. You're breathing in another of Earth's treasures. The air in our atmosphere. All of Earth's treasures are connected in some way. So, like any special jewel, we must look after our precious home. Find out more about its treasures and, importantly, how we can take care of them.
So, a great video to get us thinking about the Earth's treasures. So now, something that you need to do for us is on Seesaw, you need to answer these questions. So the first question is, how do you feel about planet Earth? The second question is, what words would you use to describe Earth? So you can record your answers in a number of different ways. So let's have a quick look. So you have the option of making a note. So you can type what you think. You could also record a video of yourself telling what you think. You could maybe even do a drawing and add some text. You could even type what you think in a Word document and you could upload it. Your two best options are probably either writing what you think using the note tool or creating a video. Remember, to get to these options, you need to use the Seesaw class app. Once you have finished this activity, then you may continue with our video. Pause for now. Once you are done, then hit play again. Welcome back. So, we call the Earth's treasures natural resources. So there's something that comes from the natural world and there's something that we can use. Remember we were talking about these words in the vocabulary section at the start of the lesson. Earth's resources are things found in nature that can be used or are needed. So have a look at the images. So these are the images over here. So this is a type of mineral. This is called amethyst. This can be used in jewelry. And some people even use it for healing. There is ice over here, which is water in its frozen form. We can use ice to cool our drinks, and we can also use ice to keep things cold. And over here we have a tree, and with a tree we can use trees for lots of different materials. So you can use the wood to build products made out of wood, or to create paper. Paper is actually created from wood pulp. And depending on what kind of plant or tree it is, it might even provide us with fruit of some sort. So look at the images and think of the treasures you saw in the video. Write or draw one of the Earth's natural resources. Now this says on a sticky note, but what I would love for you to do is to go to Seesaw, go into the drawing tool, and in here, could you please draw one of the Earth's natural resources? So if I have a think about the Earth's natural resources, I'm thinking about, diamonds. So I might draw it like the kind of diamond that everybody knows. But I can also draw what it would probably look like when it's first found. And to be honest, when it's first found, it does not look like the beautiful, shiny, sparkly gem that we see in the jewelry shop. It's actually quite rough and encased. That means trapped inside all of this outer layer. And the diamond, what we know as a diamond, is actually inside that. And jewelers, they're the people who work with precious gems. They use special tools so that they can carve out the pretty part of the diamond, the part that we find valuable. I'm going to label that as well. Oops, so I'm going to go to the T. That gives me a text box, and I'm going to write diamond. And if I really want to, I could even record how diamonds are used. So I hit the record button. Diamonds are a natural resource. They are found in diamond mines. They come in what's called the rough form, and then they get carved out by miners, and then jewelers carve them into the diamonds that we see. Oops. Well, never mind. That does happen sometimes, guys. I'm going to reload my page. It might take a little bit of time. Now, this is something that could really happen when you're doing your activity. Technology is awesome, but sometimes things go wrong. But thankfully it saved some of it. It says you have an unsaved drawing, so I'll go to edit, and then I can keep working on it. Now I can try recording that again. If I'm worried that that's not going to work, then maybe I could just put in some text, or I could put a caption. I love captions. So I'm going to click on these marks and I'm going to add a caption. So diamonds are a natural resource. They are found in diamond mines. Miners dig them out, and then jewelers cut and polish the diamonds. We use diamonds for jewelry because we like how they look. I've also done some research, and I found out that sometimes diamonds are used as the tip of a drill. And drills, they dig into things, they usually make holes, because diamonds are actually one of the strongest materials in the whole world. So it's a very valuable resource because it can even cut through glass. What an interesting fact that is. So I'm done with that now, so I'm going to go up to the tick and I'm going to press on the tick. It gives me the option to add more pages, but you only have to do one of these. I mean, if you want to do more, you can. It's okay, but we're not expecting you to do more than one. So I'm going to press tick. And then I would upload that to myself. There we go. Oh, and you don't have to worry about that part. That's fine. That won't come up for you. There we go. And that's done. Alrighty. So, if you could please do that, then that would be fantastic. I'm sure your teachers are looking forward to seeing what you come up with. So, thanks guys, and hope you enjoyed our lesson.